Hi guys, 18 Dap here and welcome to the latest matchday preview on the channel. Huge fixture at the top of League 2. It's Doncaster Rovers versus Bradford City. Let's get into this preview. So guys, welcome to the latest matchday preview on the channel. Doncaster Rovers versus Bradford City, top end of League 2. Both teams needing the points to hopefully, potentially earn promotion. Maybe even a little bit more for Donny, we will see. I'm going to go into that in a little bit more detail as the preview goes on. But if you're new to the channel, thank you so much for stopping by. Please consider clicking subscribe if you enjoy this sort of content. And if you're an existing subscriber, thank you so much for supporting the channel throughout the season and continuing to do so. If you are new though, this is the format that we go through match previews. Look at previous meetings between the two clubs, current form across all competitions. I choose a Doncaster Rovers player to say a few words about. We'll look at the opponents, one to watch. But as I always say, you know your club much better than I do. So if there's somebody else that needs mentioning at that point, get them in the comments down below. And then we finish the video with 3 predictions. Predicted team lineup thanks to FanHub, predictions league table that me and the family do, and then the all important score prediction, which could be a huge one at the very end. So without further ado, let's get into previous meetings. Donny and Bradford faced off a total of 91 times in our history, and we've had a few games where Donny have edged it and been the better team historically. We're back to what we know. Bradford have won 36 of the 91 meetings. We've won 29, but we've shared the spoils 26 times. And we're gradually getting better. When we drill down into more recent 5, we go back to 2023 February, and it was 1-0 defeat at home. And then December of 2023, it was a 3-1 defeat at home. And then we played each other in the league trophy, January 24, where that was a 1-0 defeat away. But I felt we deserved a bit more from that game. And then later on that season, it was 1-1 draw away from home. And then earlier this season, away, we won 2-1. So gradually getting better, but obviously historically and a little bit more recently, Bradford do have the edge. Hopefully we can go against what we're seeing here tomorrow and get the all-important win. Current form does lean probably towards Donny a little bit. If we look at the last 5, Donny 1, 2 draws and then 2 wins coming into this one, so unbeaten in our last 5. Bradford on the other hand, a little bit hit and miss with a defeat, a win, a defeat and then 2 draws. So winless in the last 3 has provided a little bit of a wobble, and because of that, Bradford will be in need of the 3 points in this one, as much as we are, if not a little bit more so, because it'll keep their grip on the top 3 spot. If Bradford win and Walsall fail to win, I believe Bradford will seal promotion, or if Walsall lose, it might be the maths heads fell off this week, but yeah, I think if Bradford win and Walsall lose, Bradford will seal promotion along with Doncaster, and depending on Port Vale's result, them as well. Home form though for Bradford has propelled them into the mix. Valley Parade's been an absolute fortress this season. 52 of the 75 points have been collected in their own backyard. In contrast to that though, their away record is not one to really look fondly on if you're a Bradford fan. I think they've only had 5 wins this season on the road, sit 15th in the away table, which is not a great omen for them coming into this one. But Bradford will be itching to put their recent wrongs right, to at least put 1 foot in League 1 depending on other results. So last time out they were leading by 2 goals against Chesterfield, well, they were leading by 2 goals twice against Chesterfield, and then got pegged back near the end, leading against Notts County, and got pegged back in that one, scored 4 goals at Swindon, only to be on the wrong end of a 9-goal thriller. So yeah, 3 games there where it's certainly missed points, and it's just give them a little bit of a wobble at the wrong time of the season, and it's seen them go from a relatively commanding position at the top to a little bit of a precarious one should they be on the end of a defeat tomorrow and Walsall win. It could throw everything up in the air once again. So yeah, they'll certainly be fighting hard for the 3 points tomorrow. For Donny though, a fantastic Easter weekend saw us jump from 4th up to top of the table, thanks to 2 commanding performances against teams that I didn't expect them against, to be honest. Tranmere fighting for the lives, their EFL status, and Colchester who were fighting to get into the playoffs. So certainly not 2 teams to who were on the beach. So we've had a tough running, and I was just really impressed with how we approached both games, and the performance levels that everybody put in as well. Couple that with teams around us all having wobbles over Easter. Walsall, Port Vale and Bradford collected 5 points between them over the 6 games that they played. We collected 6 in our 2, so a real positive weekend for us, and it's shown by coming out at the other end of it, top of the table. We've had key players missing recently as well, but we've looked calm in defence, we've looked sharp in the final third as well, which is nice to see. 2-3-0 wins, can't grumble at that at this stage of the season. But the league does change by the minute, so nothing, absolutely nothing is achieved yet. I've seen bits on social media, not as much as I did against Crewe, kind of overconfidence where people had booked the trip down to Wembley or booked the hotels and stuff. So yeah, I've not seen quite as much overconfidence this time. I think the fans have learned from last year's mistakes. But I think the maths is simple though. We match Walsall's result, what they get later on, we are promoted. A win coupled with a Port Vale defeat, and we're champions. So that writes the team talk itself, you'd think. But yeah, I'm just hoping that we are celebrating come the 90th minute, and it's not down to the final game. I think if it could all go wrong, potentially we could get beat, Port Vale could win, they'd be 2 points ahead of us, Walsall win, they're a point behind us, and it's 4 teams fighting for the title, 4 teams fighting to stay out of the playoffs in the final day, and Notts County could have everything to fight for in that one as well. So trying not to think too far ahead, one game at a time, and hopefully this one's a win. On to player profile. So for this one I've gone with Billy Sharp, centre forward, 39 years old. He provides that spark, doesn't he? Plays on the edge, sometimes can get it wrong, as shown last time out when he played against Wimbledon, came on 40 seconds, headbutted a player's back, got a red card, and he served his 3-match suspension, so he could be in the squad to face Bradford. Who knows? He scores goals, massive goals in huge games, and no game comes bigger than this one at the minute. So he's got a bit of stick from fans for seeing the red card last time. I think some of the comments were bang out of order. In my opinion, he's got enough credit in the bank as a Rovers player to be allowed a silly mistake every now and then. But could this game be his moment? He's apologised to his teammates straight away. Winning goal would be the cherry on the cake, wouldn't it? And I think that'd be apology accepted from the fans for sure if he scores a winning goal tomorrow. And he does like to score against Bradford as well. Moving on to the opponent's one to watch. So as I said at the start of the video, you know your club much better than I do, so if there's somebody else that should be part of the conversation, get them in the comments down below. But I've gone with Callum Kavanagh, 21-year-old centre forward, 164 career appearances, 68 goals, 19 assists, and I think he's done well, kind of carrying the torch for the injured Andy Cook. He's filled the void that he does leave when he's not part of the squad, and it's his most prolific season in men's football. Really good, busy, technical, kind of strong, athletic striker for his age. Very, very good. 13 goals, 6 assists this season, and he's certainly helped Bradford get to the position that they're in. So I think he's a key player to try and keep quiet tomorrow. But the squad is full of quality all over the pitch, so I think it's going to be an entertaining game for sure. On to the predicted team lineup. So for this I've used FanHub. If you've not downloaded the app yet, go ahead, get it downloaded. Plenty of features to get your team stuck into. I've gone with an unchanged lineup. I think 3-0 wins. You've got to stick with what's working. Sorry, not unchanged. Senior at left back. He came off injured. Maxwell came on, so that's the one change. But I think everything else, although McGrath looks like he may be back in, do you disrupt a back line too much that has just kept 2 clean sheets? For me, you don't, but I'm not a manager, so this is the 11 that I've gone with. Sharman Lowe in goal, Sterry, Anderson, Bailey and Maxwell as the back 4, Crewe, Broadbent and Clift in the middle, Molyneux on the right, Gibson on the left and Street up front on his own. So that's my predicted team lineup. If you think there should be other changes, get them in the comments down below. Now on to the Predictions League table. So if you're new to this, me and the family predict the scoreline for every single league game. Get the scoreline spot on, it's 3 points. Outcome of the game right, but not the scoreline, it's 1 point. Completely wrong, it's no points. We all went with wins against Colchester, but nobody got 3-0. So 1 point added to each of us, so no change in positions. But Chris is top on 30, Max in second on 29, me in third on 28 points, and my dad in fourth on 24. So 2 games to play. Is it Chris's to lose? It's very tight, just like the League Two table. And that takes me on to the all-important score prediction. So we've kind of gone through what it means for both teams, what a victory means for both teams. Vitally important that both teams get the 3 points. So it'll probably end up being a draw. But unfortunately, I'm not going to be there tomorrow. I can't make the game, so I will be keeping an eye on it on social media, and praying and hoping that we get the 3 points that will secure promotion and potentially the title. But Bradford will certainly be no easy pushover. They need the 3 points just as much, if not slightly more, than what we do. But I'm backing the boys. I think we're going to do it. Big home crowd behind us. Right the wrongs from the playoffs last season. And I'm going with Rovers 2, Bradford 1. Gibson to score first, Kavanagh to score the equaliser, Billy Sharp to score the winner. We will see. And that's where I'm going to leave this one. If you've enjoyed it, big thumbs up on it for us, please. Comment in the section down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.